everyone, we're back in action here at Cardinal Manufacturing. Today, we're looking at a dock. We are all docked up, thinking about going on a cruise, but Chase, what do you got to say about the dock?
Well, this is the original dock. Obviously, it's been in the water for a while, a little rusty. It just wasn't performing the way he wanted it to, so we brought in the dock to show us what he had and make a new one.
Some would say it was sunk.
Yeah.
Come on, that was a good one.
Yeah.
But no, so we had a local community member bring this over, and he's got a cabin up north, just needs some new dock pieces built. Asked us if we could do it, and we're like, yeah, looks like something we can probably do. So what we're going to do, we have a 3-part mini-series that Chase is going to be the star of, where he's going through, and he's going to show you the tools he's using to build, well, these docks. We had to make 6 of them. 6 of these, so Chase is going to be showing you kind of from the start to finish what he had to do to come up with this. Hope you guys follow along. It's going to be some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it from the man himself. He likes to talk a lot.
That is true.
All right, you guys have a great time.
We'll just have to work with this for now. The other pieces are getting machined out right now by Ulysses. Gets the one machined out, we can start putting it together. But right now, I can start assembling the table somewhat. I guess I could right now. Would be pretty difficult without this table. It definitely makes it pretty easy compared to what it would be like trying to square all this up without it. So what I did is, before I started really going crazy tacking everything together, I went out and cut out all the metal for the job, and just makes it go quicker. Right now I'm going to try to set it up with only one of these because Ulysses is machining the other ones.
Oh. Go get one of the other ones from over there and show them what you're doing.
Okay. We'll be right back. Essentially, this is what we're making. It is a dock section. We got 5/8 nuts welded on here. I can grab one for example. But, so a 5/8 bolt gets screwed in there to tighten up the adjustment because these have adjustable legs. This one doesn't right now. But, yeah, those get screwed in there. This is all for bracing for the dock. And there's also a hole right here for the pin to stop the adjustable legs. And this, I don't know if I can find one. This thingy right here goes like so onto the dock. This is a crucial part of the dock where this will bolt up to the original dock, and these need to line up perfectly in order for it to work correctly. So that's that. But we'll continue to try to set up this table with just one piece, but otherwise we'll have to wait for Ulysses to finish the other one. I mean, you can kind of go off guesstimation on what it's going to look like right now, because obviously I've built 4 of these so far, so I kind of understand the concept of how it's going to look. And I like to, when I am building it, just measure all the other ones and make sure it's all similar to the original ones because it would look weird if this gap's bigger than that gap, and yeah, just want it to look good for the customer. A 2-inch gap right here, and we're at 2 1/4, so we'll move it back 2-inch. Perfect. But there we go. So now that we got that 2-inch gap, we can put one right on the main beam right there so it will stay in place and not move. And we know we have a 2-inch gap right there for sure, and it's not going to go anywhere. This one's all messed up. There we go. So if I put this here, come on. I will agree it is kind of hard to do with gloves on. There we go. Now that that's all together, we can take our measurement, and it is 1 1/4. So we'll take this off, measure it back to 2 inches, which is right there. Which I'm surprised that didn't stay at 2 inches. Okay. Should be around 2 inches. Look at that, 2 inches on the dot. Perfect. Right now, I guess I could start setting up the other side-ish. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But this table has definitely been a huge purchase for the shop. I think it was around $13,000, somewhere in that ballpark, but you know, it's worth every penny when you can push parts out like this. This job would easily, without this table, take months. But with this table, we've spent a week at it and have 4 sections done already, and we're doing 2 more. So it'll be about 2 weeks total, plus machining, which is, in the grand scheme of things, incredible for that amount of time. I mean, you're pushing out almost, at this point, I think we've been pushing out almost 8-10 grills a week, which we've never put up, card manufacturing has never put up numbers like that before, which is kind of cool to see it improve like that. I think this gap should be around 3-4 inches. Ooh. Let's check it out, this guy. Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, perfect. Let's throw a guy in there, make sure it don't go nowhere. I think, if I remember right, each hole on this table is 2 inches across from each other, so that gives you kind of a grand scheme on how this works. But it works amazing. Not exactly 3.5. Oh, that ain't exactly 3.5 either. Perfect. So now I can set up this last piece right here, and it's basically fully set up for this one side, or for most of it except this side going across. So I don't have another piece to throw in there right now. That's all lining up. That's beautiful. 3.5. Can't measure this side quite yet, but imagine. Yeah. And another way to get spacing on, if I have them. Whoa. Thought I had some. Oh, there's a couple right here. Yeah, there's 4 right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this is obviously, most of this metal is either 10 gauge or 1/8 inch. And, well, this metal right here I believe is 1.5 inches. This steel is, yeah, 1.5 inches. And this is 1 inch. So away we get in the middle of the two is I take a piece of 1/4 inch, slide it under, on the bottom of it, take a 1/4 inch, slide a piece under it, and that way it's in the dead center of the square tubing. If that'll make sense, I'll grab the camera in a second. But that allows it to have better bracing, better strength. And then since it's a dock, you don't want anything sticking out, because when you're swimming, you don't want to get cut by a steel dock. One, that won't feel good. Yeah. So then we have our dock acceptance piece, which we can go check with Ulysses how that's going. How's this one going? Oh, okay. Just let me know when you have one done so then I can set it up. Because I just need one more. But this is the original of what we're making. Ugh. It's old, rusty. Just wasn't doing the job the way he wanted it to anymore. So literally just took the measurements off of this one. Instead of using round, we used square tubing. And much different. I guess the only other difference is the clamping way they used on the bottom to stop the adjustment. We used a bolt instead of just a clamp, but yeah. Different. I guess the feet we did a little differently. This is the design we used before because we made a dock before. But essentially, it's just a piece of 1/8 inch flat that I cut out on the shear and took it to the brake, bended it in 4 spots, and then bent the corners in so then it'll take a bite into the bottom of the lake. And then theoretically, the dock should not go anywhere. Hope not, at least. But if it were, we'd have a problem. So, like I said, right now we're just waiting for Ulysses to machine that part out. But I guess I could also show you how those feet work. I think I actually do have a fully set up section. I'll show you guys. Okay. boy. Dropped you guys. Oh, what are you doing down there? Oh. Yeah, this is what we have been making. It's got adjustable feet. As you can see, I took the bolt out. But essentially these screws, what they do is you can loosen them, tighten them, and as you see it dropped, but they tighten against that metal that's in there and push it up against the wall, and then the metal can't move because obviously it's got pressure and it's getting pushed up against. And then it also allows these, because when you're extended, let's say you're extended all the way, you'll have play in there. I mean, right now there's not, but you will. So what this does, move this out of the way. This does is it allows it not to have play. It doesn't allow it to have play. So then obviously, I'm sure you've been on a dock where the thing just feels unsafe. But what that does is allows the dock not to move around. And it just makes it feel sturdier and better and all around. I'm sure we'll paint these so it doesn't rust. But essentially, yeah, that's how the fab table works. Obviously, there is some extra bracing we can put in there, which might as well. Just to make sure this metal does not move while you're welding it all together.